Today we're talking about Atari making a comeback, Avengers Infinity War has how many characters? And Microsoft says, what, in your butt. It says, what, in the butt. They're going to put it in your butt. In your butt. They're going to put it in your butt. In your butt. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Travis.
I'm Justin.
I'm Maxwell.
And this is episode 55, recorded on June 20th, 2017 at 7:41 p.m. Nerds with Mics is a podcast about movies, TV shows, games, technology, and the old, but never too old, much, much more. So how's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Did you like that intro?
I did.
I don't know what came over me,
that
but
shimmy was.
Yeah, I was just thinking about some of my top hits on YouTube.
Let me see your cup.
My cup.
I want to see what you have in there.
It's
What do you have in here tonight? Let's see.
Old Aqua.
Oh, that's Jaeger.
That's Jaeger.
No full
my
bottles
God.
of wine this time?
I'm in the zone, Chief. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And as always, we're going to start by seeing what everyone's been up to. Maxwell, since you're looking so marvelous tonight, we're going to start with you.
All right. Sounds good to me. I don't know why we don't start with me every time then because I'm marvelous. Well, let's see. It hasn't been many days since we recorded last, since we did it on a late Thursday evening. So the only thing I've really done aside from work was pick up Le Battlefield 1, and then I rewinded it to Battlefield 4.
Oh.
Somehow that's a rewind, even though numerically it's still confusing. But
And chronologically.
yeah, Battlefield 4.
It's simply the
like
best.
it. I do like it more than Battlefield 1. Once I got
Really?
back into it, yeah. There's just
Is
so
there
much
still
more
a-
to it.
Is there still a pretty large player base?
Oh yeah, it was like I honestly got into a match quicker in that one than with Battlefield 1.
Wow.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, that is kind of disappointing. But I'm like you, Maxwell. I love that game. It's one of my faves.
So good.
Justin, what about you, buddy?
I've been playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds a lot.
The old pub, is that what it's called?
PUBG.
PUBG.
PUBG. I don't know what they call it. I know it's abbreviated PUBG, but
Yeah.
I watched Fargo, caught up on that. The finale's this weekend. It's going to be insane. I finished Better Call Saul last night. Did you finish that one, Maxwell?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it real good.
Okay. Are you caught up?
I haven't even started that show.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Oh,
I
my
thought you were
bad.
just messing with me.
No, I really thought you were
You're talking about
watching it.
Emily. You all talked about it when she was on
Maybe
the show.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
But then Silicon Valley also has its finale. So basically, after next Sunday, I will be out of shows. So recommendations, please.
Gotham.
Probably not. But I'll do this anyway.
Any pick of the week that we have ever talked about, or what have we been up to in any
I'll
episode?
go back through all the notes and see what you guys have recommended.
All right, so I myself have not had a whole lot of time to play video games. But, however, I've been binge watching a show. Justin will be proud. I'm 2 episodes into season 3 of Eastbound and Down.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And that show is
Great.
Stallone and over the top. It
It's
is
nuts.
I never thought I would love someone with a mullet so much.
I
as,
know. But you just feel
is-
so bad for him all the time because he's just setting himself up for failure.
You know, for it being a very raunchy, dirty comedy, it does drama pretty well.
Yeah.
And it did not get any credit for that.
Well, what's funny, though, is just when you think he's got his life together, because at the end of season 2, he's like, I finally see, what I'm supposed to do. And then season 3, he's just back to being his old self.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy never learns. It's like...
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much all I got done. I didn't get to play really any video games at all. But, I've been watching that show, which I really like. So... Now that we're all caught up, guys, what do you say we get into some discussion/news? What do y'all say to that?
Yeah, I guess if we have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, last week we had quite the long episode discussing E3. One of the things that we actually forgot to talk about, and it's probably a good thing because that episode was long enough the way it is, so we'll briefly talk about it now, is we wanted to talk about, give our opinions of who we felt won E3. And these are all just our opinions, but we would also like to hear what you guys have to say as well. So make sure you leave comments below.
Yeah, we'll leave a couple minutes at the end of the episode so you can let us know. You can
Yeah,
shout
you
out
can
to
just-
us.
Yeah, just say,
We'll hear
hey, so... Anyways, Maxwell, we'll start with you. So who do you think, your opinion?
I texted you guys after the episode because I was really upset that I forgot to talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm super pumped. It's just a traditional 2D game. Well, a 2.5, I guess, because it's kind of three-dimensional world. I'm really sad because that was one of the games I'm like super pumped for. I think overall, and I'm just breaking it down on consoles, so Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. That's it for now, but we got a little sneak peek later about next year. Might not be just the three of them. Nintendo.
Okay.
Now, what sold you?
Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
And Metroid 4. Or Metroid Prime 4, I guess. And bringing back Metroid, The Return of Samus.
Okay. So those three games...
That was it for me. Because it was those Metroid games were the biggest unexpected. And we even, the week before, we were like, oh, that would be the best. They're not going to do it. We would love to see that, though. And then they gave us 2.
And then they went off and knocked your socks off, didn't they?
They did. I'm still trying to find one of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would like to agree, but I'm going to have to disagree with you, Maxwell.
Oh, God.
I myself feel like... God, I don't even want to say this.
If you say Sony, then... The future is bright, but what about, like, this year?
Say whatever you need to say, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's your opinion.
If I'm breaking it down based on who I thought had the best showcase of games, I would have to say Sony.
Okay.
I would probably say what you were going to say, but just for the sake of not agreeing, I'm going to say Sony.
Gotcha.
I think the biggest thing for me was, and I hate to say this because I hate harping on, because I always harp on like consoles just constantly doing remakes for the sake of having new games, because Nintendo's been doing that with the Wii U and all that. However, Shadow of the Colossus remake looks phenomenal. I'm really excited for that. Detroit looks awesome. The trailer for that looked pretty cool.
Which now has a release window of 2018.
Oh, that's good news.
That's the first time any release information's been spoken.
Days Gone, we got a better trailer for that because the trailer that I seen last year I was not really sold on, but I think this year's trailer made it look better. One game that I was really surprised to be interested in that I didn't really see a whole lot about was Monster Hunter Worlds. Yeah. I've always wanted to play those games on the DS because I heard they're like really good co-op games, but that surprised me. And then, of course, if I didn't say it already, God of War looks amazing. But that Spider-Man trailer, I said Spider-Melon. That doesn't make any sense.
Spider-Melon and Micro.
That's a game that I want, though.
Spider-Man trailer, the 10-minute gameplay that we got just completely blew me away. Now, unfortunately, to Justin's point, a lot of these games that we've seen, like, there's not a ton of them that are going to be out this year, right? Mm-hmm. However, if I'm basing it on games alone, I would say Sony. However, Justin's pick was probably tied, in my opinion, for me.
I really thought you were going to say the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, but
no,
if that mistaken.
If Terry, actually Terry, the guy that used to write reviews for us,
used to.
He is a huge fan of those games, right? So I go to work, and he always listens to our show when he drives into work. He's got like an hour drive, and it's the first thing he tells me when he gets to work is, "Oh man, I can't believe y'all were talking crap about Crash."
Well, Mike Terry texted me and said he finally bought a PS4, and that's the game that he got first, or is getting first. If it's not out already, I don't know.
Well, so was that the game that sold him on finally buying a PS4?
He said that was the star.
Oh my gosh.
But the VR and something else were like the reasons he bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Justin, over to you, buddy.
Real quick, I would like to say I do nitpick at Sony for having all these games announced in the future, but if they would have announced one game, and it could have even said coming spring of 2030, and then if it would have said SOCOM, they would have won for me.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
One thing that I was disappointed by overall with the E3, mostly with Sony, because they were the only ones that did a good job of it at last year's E3. Last year at E3, they had somebody always standing on stage looking down on a screen doing a live playthrough of the demos. Mm-hmm. But this year, now Nintendo may have actually been playing the game. I didn't watch Nintendo's, to be honest with you. But they were just all video game, like like just videos of the game being played. There was no person actually doing live demos on the stage this year, which I was disappointed by.
Yeah.
So,
So for me, my pick, I'm not going with the console makers. I'm going with Bethesda. They announced
straight killed it.
They did. They announced everything they announced. I think is coming out this year, which is nice. I like having things to play now. We have new Wolfenstein, which looks incredible. Dishonored, which came out of nowhere. I still haven't finished the last one yet, but that's a great game series. And then we're getting Skyrim, Doom, and Fallout in VR. Now, Skyrim is coming to PS4 for PSVR, and then Doom is coming to PS4 and Vive, and I think Fallout is just Vive. However, today, box art leaked for the PSVR version of Fallout 4. So
now,
that's really cool if that happens. And then The Evil Within 2, which I had no idea I cared about until I saw that trailer. That trailer just captivated me.
It makes me want to go back and play the first one.
Yeah, I think I'll have to. I own it on Xbox. I've just never played it. I got it during a sale for $12.
I didn't know that the guy that created the creator of Resident Evil 4 did The Evil Within, and that's one of the best Resident Evil games.
But I definitely think Bethesda won.
Yeah, a couple things about theirs that I really liked. Number one, it was 30 minutes long. The main guy came out, spoke for 5 minutes, and says, "We know we're all here for the games, right?" And then they just went right into that whole video reel. And then the fact that everything was releasing this year was awesome. And then also, however, Justin, one of the questions you had last week was, how is Skyrim VR going to be sold? And now we know.
Yeah, it's going to be standalone, $60. That sucks. It's such a bad idea. I think a DLC, even a paid DLC add-on for the special edition would be fine, but I don't.
Do you think mods will work inside of VR? Because how crazy would it be if somebody had a mod where you have lightsaber?
That would be pretty cool, yeah. I will say this also is I really felt, I don't know if I just hyped myself up for a new Splinter Cell game and the Nintendo Switch Virtual Console, but I just kind of felt and then Microsoft, I feel like they did have the worst out of the three.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Because everything was exclusive.
I mean, the system looks cool, but they're going to have a terrible time marketing it. But we talked about that last week.
Now, one of the cool things I will say, though, is they have announced so far 63 confirmed games that will be either upgraded or coming out for the Scorpio that utilizes the Scorpio's power, which is cool.
If this says anything, the thing I was most excited about from Microsoft was the OG Xbox backwards compatibility.
I seen that controller you were talking about.
Yeah,
the Duke one. So
I just felt I felt disappointed by all of them. I thought we'd at least get the Switch Virtual Console.
Yeah,
and that blows my mind that we didn't. But
yeah, and then one thing that surprised me was Amiibo support for Skyrim on the Switch. I was like, what? That's crazy. Anyways, enough about E3. But guys, we would like to hear who you felt won E3 and why. So if you want to leave us comments, we'd appreciate it. Maxwell, we're going to get into some quick topics, and we're actually going to start with you, Boo.
Sounds good to me. So we're getting into some movie. I don't know if we have any TV stuff this time. It's a light news week.
It is, yes.
That post E3 drought.
Yeah.
So,
like Justin's sex life.
Are any of you guys and listeners going to Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Shout out. Are you going, listeners?
No.
If you are, you'll be lucky enough to see the premiere of Batman and Harley Quinn, which is a new DC animated film, which is obviously the right way for DC to handle their stuff. It's going to be pitting the two against Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man. So this is going to be a new take. The trailer for this movie is actually already out, and it looks really good, which I don't know. I don't think I've seen a bad animated one.
Right.
But I think now that Harley Quinn's getting a bigger role in everybody's eye in the movies and such, it'll be cool to see this take place. And I know that it's either Robin or Darkwing. I was going to say Darkwing Duck?
Darkwing Duck, Let's Get Dangerous.
Nightwing is also involved in this movie. But also, if you're going to be at Comic-Con, my brother, and me will have a panel there, so make sure to stop by and say hi to the brothers for us. Which, if you guys listen to them, those are the McElroy boys. And Justin, who lives pretty close to the two of you guys, upcoming episode for us will be a guest on the show. So we just got to plan that out. But we're all really excited to have him on and shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
some
gonna shoot
people have
it.
already given us some questions that they would like to hear. So if you guys are listening to this and you want us to ask them anything in particular, hit us up on one of our social media areas and join the party.
Yes.
The partay.
The partay.
Yeah. Yeah, to your point, I did watch the trailer for the Harley Quinn Batman thing. It's very interesting because it's not very often that you see Harley Quinn teaming up with Batman. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And I also have no idea who the Floronic Man is. I don't know what
It's like a big plant guy.
Oh,
Kind of look
okay.
like Groot to me in the way they drew him.
Oh, I think he's in the Injustice game, actually, now that I think about
Maybe.
it. Yeah. So,
Well, speaking of Batman
yes.
and animated Batman films,
Yes.
it was announced yesterday that Batman Mask of the Phantasm will be remastered for Blu-ray. Not 4K, but probably because it was made in 1993. But that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I watched that a ton. Did you guys see it?
Yep.
I don't.
The Mask of the Phantasm was.
It's great.
Yeah,
well,
I
don't
don't
want
think
to
I've
spoil
seen
it if
it.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Well, when I buy it on Blu-ray, I'll let you borrow it.
Okay, you can just give me your digital code. It's fine.
I use my digital codes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, speaking of Batman some more, but also Batman as far as being in Justice League. So we now have a new Justice League poster that actually brings Superman. We have not seen any Superman whatsoever in these new Justice League trailers.
Some would say it's a good thing.
Yeah, which, to that point, Maxwell was talking about Comic-Con. We're actually going to get a new trailer that drops next month at Comic-Con. My question to you guys is are we worried that they will reveal too much in this next trailer? Because now we're already starting to see Batman, which I thought that we may not even see until the end of the movie.
Superman.
Or Superman,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
I was really confused by
Yeah,
that.
sorry. But yeah, so we see Superman on the poster now, and now we're going to get a new video. Is it going to be another Batman versus Superman where we just know all the things?
I hope so, because I don't want to see it.
You just rather see the whole movie in the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like Batman vs. Superman was like 2.5 hours too long.
Yeah. Well, there's a movie that we'll be talking about here in just a little while that may take the cake for being a terrible movie, like the worst terrible movie of all time.
Okay.
So, but anyways.
I'm looking through the notes to try to find out what you're talking about.
Well, I'm hoping that Maxwell wrote it down because we talked about talking about it, but maybe he didn't.
I don't see it, so what is it?
So, Transformers, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this is a good time to bring up Transformers. Now,
Speaking of terrible movies.
yeah. So you give the information that you said that you was it on Reddit you read?
Yeah,
And then Maxwell, you talk about what the rating is currently.
Okay. Let me go first.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, yeah. So before we tell you what the score is, I'll just let you know that on Reddit, a user had tickets to the premiere, and he walked out in the middle of the movie. So,
It's-
Maxwell?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty intense. If you're actually there, especially if it is with, like, all the celebrities, or some of them anyway, like
Yeah.
the red carpet kind of deal. Which, it couldn't have been that, because even if the movie's
I don't
terrible,
know.
like, I would stay just because it's like, oh, look, there's those people, and here's this guy, and...
Yeah. If it's that bad, though.
Yeah, if the
Do you
popcorn
wanna
is,
be around
as
those
long as
people?
the popcorn is good, I'd stay.
Yeah, or it didn't have holes in the bottom. So
Hello.
yeah.
Question. I just thought of this. Do you think, like, when big celebrities go to the big movie premieres, do you think they have, like, a Coke and a popcorn?
They probably are at a table and have food brought to them.
Oh, that's
assume.
right. I bet it's a lot fancier than that.
Yeah.
Probably
So Maxwell,
not a
I got,
stadium seat.
I got butter on my tux.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Here's
you
your
give us the
5
rating?
Popcorns.
Angelina Jolie's got, like, kernels in her teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, critics have given this movie an 8%.
That's strong.
That's so bad.
You think users will be 100%?
No.
I think this will be one of the few where they're on the same page as each other.
We should look up other terrible, terrible movies and see how it relates to them. Like, You've Got Served and stuff like that.
Right?
Or Blue Chips with Shaq and Nick Nolte. That's a great movie.
Crossroads with Britney Spears.
Oh, that's one of my faves. Anyways, let's talk about movies that hopefully don't suck. Maxwell.
All right, so here we go. Marvel. These guys knows how to... These guys knows.
These guys knows how
how to do it, okay?
Avengers Infinity War will have 67 characters in it.
Wow.
I can't even comprehend that. That's so many characters. And ScarJo has stated we will be seeing as many as 32 Marvel characters in just one scene which means we're probably looking at the biggest battle yet.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
this is coming out May 4th next year, by the way.
How's that even going to work? All those characters.
Well, and this has the most CGI of any Marvel movie yet.
Does that make us nervous?
A little bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, that big fight scene with in Civil War, I mean, at the airport, there was a lot of CGI in there. So just add 67 people to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I guess I have the next topic, so I'll just keep my yapper going. So a new movie is in the works starring John Malkovich and Maggie Grace called SuperCon. It's about some former TV stars and comic book artists that work at conventions for a living, but gather together. I'm reading it like you, Travis. But they gather together to rob a convention in order to retaliate against a crooked promoter. So Malkovich is definitely the biggest name in this movie, but I felt like this was worth talking about. Just letting everybody know, because this is basically a movie about our lives. Comic book nerdy relations.
Ooh, my favorite. All right, now let's talk about one thing that we can unanimously say we love, and that's Deadpool, gentlemen.
Yep.
So, Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds actually reveals a familiar location in the first on-set image. Anybody want to take a... I'm not going to have you guys guess because you can see the notes.
Well, and I posted it already to our social media yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I shared it, but I wanted to read it with my own mouth. Anyways, in a tweet by Ryan Reynolds, he posted a picture of Deadpool laying in front of the X Mansion and said, "Dropped by the X Mansion, big surprise, no one's home."
You missed the F word.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I got scared, guys. Okay. Anyways, Deadpool.
Where was the F word in that sentence?
It was right after between no and ones, or maybe
No fucking one's home. No one's fucking home, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted you to say it out loud. Anyways, Deadpool 2 is set to release June 1st of 2018. I'm kind of sad we're not getting another one on Valentine's Day, guys.
Yeah.
Must not be a love story. Anyways, the movie will also star our man Josh Brolin as Cable. And I don't know, have you guys seen the pictures of him getting ripped for this role?
Nope.
Yeah, he's like gigantic. Anyways. And also, Zazie Beetz as Domino, which I'm unfamiliar with the character Domino. I'm not 100% familiar with
I just know that she has like black hair, half her face is black and half of it's white. Like a domino.
That's it.
But she is in a relationship with Cable.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, Maxwell, over to you.
All right. A few
Let's
weeks
see if you
back.
can get through this. Yeah, go ahead.
I typed a lot. A few weeks back, we talked about Sony's spin-off film Venom coming next year and how they will not... Wasn't a good start. So Venom's coming next year, and we talked about how they will not be connected to Spider-Man Homecoming. Well, they decided to tell us that they will indeed be in the same universe that Marvel and Sony are working on with Tom Holland. So the new question is, will we get any teases of this, and who doesn't want to see some Tom Hardy fight with Tom Holland? The old Tom versus Tom. The TM v TM. The TM squared. Tommy Boy fights Tommy Man.
Where are you getting TM from?
Yeah,
The TM, you mean TH
Oh,
squared?
TH.
I was sitting there like, what the F is he talking about?
The whole thing's screwed up. TH.
It's so nice being on the other side of the desk for a change. Usually I'm the one always getting laughed at and making a fool of themselves.
I was just like, what?
TH versus TH and TH squared, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I, for one, want to see TM versus TH.
What's TM?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're both
It's
with an
TH
H.
versus TH.
I have no idea what's happening.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so this next story,
Yeah.
I don't know whose story it is.
I wrote it, but I didn't write my name next to it.
Cool. I'm going to take it then.
Go for it.
Robin Williams plays an important part in the Jumanji sequel, guys.
Yep.
Are you guys excited about
We're all
it?
doing such a good job at reading.
I'm loving it. This is the most fun we've had since last week.
Since this podcast started. Anyways, are you guys excited for the Jumanji sequel, or are you kind of nervous?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time.
Okay.
I'm going to probably pee my pants, but yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well-
unrelated, but
Yeah. Well, while our new
happens
heroes
sometimes.
are exploring the jungle, they will actually find many clues left behind by Robin Williams' character, Alan Parrish. So, as we all know in the first Jumanji movie, as a young boy, he went inside and lived there pretty much throughout his childhood, throughout being a teenager, and comes back as a full-grown man. So evidently they're actually going to stumble upon a lot of what happened while he was in Jumanji. So I think that's actually a really cool idea, and it's kind of a cool nod to Robin Williams.
The rumor is that Jamie Costa will play him in flashbacks.
What?
nice.
I made that up, yeah. Fake news.
I'm gonna-
Alternative facts. Yes.
Yeah, put it right here because I'm going to punch it.
No.
Okay. Anyways, guys, well, that does it for movies and TV news. Now it's time for a word from our friends.
Hi everyone, my name is Mystique Siren. I am partnering up with the guys at Nerds with Mics, and I stream on Twitch. You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/Mystique Siren. It's spelled with a Q and not a C, like Travis has told you 12 times. But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I always post whenever I go live, so you guys know and you don't ever miss a stream. I mainly stream Destiny. Don't let Justin tell you that it sucks, because it definitely rocks. It's awesome. Just come hang out with me in my stream, and I'll show you the ways. Don't worry. But I also stream Battlefield, Overwatch, and Borderlands. MMOs, RPGs, first-person shooters. I love them. So I will see you there. So just follow. Thanks. Bye.
Nick from the NB Experience YouTube channel. Do you like new and retro video games? Do you like to laugh at stupid and inappropriate things? Do you like to watch people fail more often than not? If you answered yes to any, or all, or even none of these questions, check out the NB Experience on YouTube, VidMe, Twitch, and Twitter. I feature a wide variety of games, from Pokemon to Super Smash Bros. To Shaq Fu. Subscribe to the NB Experience for this and much.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. I'm Mikey and this is Adam, and every Friday, we bring you a conversational podcast where we put together this set.
Yes.
We do real good work here.
Yep.
There we go, Pikachu.
Hallelujah.
Every Friday, we bring a conversation to this table, and we discuss it for your enjoyment.
Yes.
If you like that, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Two Guys with Raging Goals. You can also head on over to patreon.com/2guysraging. Throw us a couple bucks, keep the lights on, get exclusive perks like the all-new Harry Potter series, Muggles at Large. You can also listen to Adam click a pen like a psychopath.
And we're back. That's embarrassing.
So now it's time for some gaming and tech news, guys. And as we alluded earlier in the opening, Atari is making a comeback. Maxwell, do you actually want to shed some light on what we were referring to, sir?
you nailed it.
All right.
You took the thunder.
Killed it.
So they're officially making a comeback with a new console. Right now, it's titled Atari Box. Just
That's
stupid.
Project.
But no further details have been given. This will be the first system since the Jaguar that launched in '93, and that was not a very successful one. I'm pretty sure that's the one that had like the 20 buttons on the bottom section. It was like 1 through 20 you could press. Atari Box. I think they should just go in and steal Scorpio and just call it the Atari Scorpio and just.
No one's using it now.
Perfect. That would be such great publicity.
Yeah, I just can't imagine them successfully making a console that isn't just a box with all their old stuff already in it. You know how, like, when you go to, like, Dollar General and you see sitting on the shelf for $20, get 20 of these Atari Classic games, and it's...
Right.
You know what I mean? I just can't imagine them actually making a console that's relevant today, to be honest with you. Like,
Well, just because they haven't yet. All they have to do is literally just make a powerful machine and then ask for some people to make a game for it. You know, I mean... As long as it's powerful enough to run versus the Xbox One X,
which is stupid.
Which is still a terrible name. I hate it.
Yeah.
Then whatever they push, they just need like one good franchise or developer or whatever to come in and say, hey, yeah, we'll make this game.
So what if they make this Atari box, and they just start making next-gen versions of old Atari games,
That'd be cool.
including E.T.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, and Pitfall.
Pong in 3D.
In VR.
Yeah, and then you got...
But you're the ball.
I want everyone to listen to what I'm about to say. They're going to make a new version of Custard's Revenge. And if you don't know what Custard's Revenge is, you need to look it up on the internet and then have yourself a good laugh. And I'm just going to leave you guys wondering. I'm not going to even tell you guys what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it
I don't know
either.
what that is, yeah.
So, it is a...
Nope, leave us wondering.
Okay,
Yeah, the
all right.
suspense is...
We all have to search for it now.
All right, everybody's got to search for it. And anyways, all right, so interesting news, Maxwell. Thanks for sharing. Some other interesting news. Does anybody here subscribe to any kind of monthly boxes?
Only if there's something that interests me.
Yeah, Maxwell?
I used to do some that would have like a nice tie in it. Or
Man
some
boxes,
socks.
right?
Yeah.
And beard oils and
Yeah.
I got all your reject stuff that you didn't want. I remember you were like, here's all the stuff I didn't use out of these boxes.
Here's all the trash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Happy birthday.
Here's all the stuff that didn't make the cut. Anyways, so Hasbro is now coming out with their own called Hasbro Gaming Crate. For those of you that know, the toy and Boyd game.
Whoa.
Hasbro makes toys and board games. They're now entering the subscription box market. The box is going to offer two options, which I think is a nice touch. The first one is going to be a family-friendly version. And then the second one is going to be one geared more towards adult games. So like those inappropriate card games, kind of like Cards Against Humanity or What Do You Meme? Have you guys seen the What Do You Meme card game?
No.
It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but you have cards that are like that are basically pictures of memes online, but without the actual text on the pictures.
Oh, God.
So all the famous memes that you've probably seen on the internet, and you pull one out, you set it like on this little easel, and then everybody's got cards, and they have to play something really inappropriate to go along with that meme. And then,
Oh, I love it. That's great.
And
Sounds
then
fun,
somebody picks obviously the winner. So I think and the first expansion just came out, and it's called the Basic Bitch Pack. is the first expansion, so I thought that was pretty clever. But anyways, so they'll have two options, one for adults, one that's more family friendly. It includes 3 games delivered every 3 months, and it's $50. Which, if you think about the cost of board games, you think about the cost of having it spread over 3 months, it's not terrible. But if you don't really get to control any of the types of games and they're just random, that can kind of like grab bag almost. You know what I mean? So.
That collection will build up super fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Well, Maxwell, over to you.
All right, so I saw this video and I was super impressed. There's an Oculus game titled Lone Echo. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Justin?
No.
Interesting. I feel like you usually have the Oculus news. Well, it looks incredible. You take on the role of a robot, or an AI, a sentient being, that is helping a crew in space. Don't make me turn this car around, boys.
Okay, sorry.
All right. The mission takes place on a dig site in the rings of
A
Saturn.
what?
A dig site
Okay.
in the rings of Saturn.
What'd you
A dig
think?
site? It's not that kind of game, but I'm sure with VR we will get one of those.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a matter of time.
If only you'd watched Silicon Valley, you'd know about the barmaid.
All right, anyways, Maxwell, let him get through his story, please.
Sorry.
A sexual VR game.
That sounds like a Tuesday.
Well, this next part would definitely be a requirement. The hand movement in this game is a true 1-to-1 ratio.
I can't.
And to move around, you can grab whatever
At the dig site?
is around you,
I
and you
can't.
can launch yourself in any direction thanks to the great physics in the game. If I read it sexually, like, wait, does it make it
my
better?
God.
Yeah, so much
Hand
better.
movement is a true 1-to-1 ratio.
This is just weird now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah?
No.
I'm hoping it's weirder.
I might pass out.
So this game is a true zero gravity experience, and it's meant to submerge you in the environment.
I don't want to be submerged.
Submerged in
I don't want to.
No.
whatever grabs you.
No.
So it's actually available July 20th for both the Rift and the Touch, the Oculus Touch.
The touch.
All right. Now some
But
sad
this
news. Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
I'm just-
I was just
I was
Wait.
just joking about sad news anyway.
Wait, what's? So I know what the Oculus Rift is. What is touch?
The touch is the move controllers.
Oh, okay.
It just works with both. Like you. Don't...
Yeah, this looks honestly incredible, and I watched the gameplay from like the basically a third person, and then what you would see in the game. So imagine that one game that came out that was what was that? Drift.
Adrift.
Adrift, yeah.
Adrift. Oh,
Puke City.
Adrift, where that one apparently motion sickness was a concern. You couldn't really touch a whole lot of stuff. The environments weren't as interactive. Well, this one, anything that's in the space, if there's like a tool floating in the air, you can grab it. If there's just like a ledge or something sticking out in the environment, you can grab a hold of it and then push yourself through, just like you would see in any of these movies that take place in space.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty large site. You have a space station, and then you have the actual dig sites on the ring that you'll be playing. So
All the dig sites.
definitely check it out. Anyway, it's into the Rift or Touch.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the POV videos. Those are great.
All right. So I bought Friday the 13th and I loved it. Travis bought Friday the 13th and was too scared and had to get a
I
refund.
didn't scare it. I just never played it.
You said you were scared and got a refund.
Hey,
Anyway,
did you end up getting it for PS4?
me?
Yeah.
I bought it for Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Maxwell almost thought about buying it. Look at him.
just for the sake of friendship in real life.
If you get it, let me know and I might get it on PS4.
No, I'm not gonna do this might thing. Just like when I bought whatever that one game was, and then you guys
It's
were like,
still in
"Oh,
the-
we
I
have
played it.
PS4.
That's still in the wrapping?
Sniper
Yeah.
Elite 4.
Yeah, but
No.
you have it on Xbox.
I have it on both.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bought it to play with
Oh, okay.
He,
No, you
Maxwell,
didn't.
Yeah.
already,
Yes,
Max-
no, you
you.
did.
Yeah, I did.
Maxwell already regifted it.
And I bought mine digitally.
Yeah.
So I can't regift that.
Yeah.
Or
No, you gifted it to Travis.
because it's game share, but
Anyways.
all right. Anyway, so my story's gone, but
Oh.
it has something to do with Friday the 13th. Oh, there it is. Welcome back. Anyway, the game is really great. It's really fun, but it had a horrendous launch. People weren't able to join matchmaking servers, and a lot of people got really frustrated with it. The developers are now making up with that with free stuff and bonuses.
Oh, bonus?
Yeah, there'll be new DLC for your camp counselors. There will be a new retro Jason
Oh.
and a double XP weekend.
Gotta love them double
That's
XPs.
a good idea.
Yep.
I think that'll definitely drive some more traffic to it. But and speaking of free DLC and learning from mistakes, Battlefield 2. We didn't talk about this. Not Battlefield. Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront 2. They're gonna do free DLC.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I have a theory that they're going to do what Siege does.
But well, they're doing microtransactions with.
Yeah. Well,
If you want, you can still play the game and unlock
Yeah.
stuff by playing it and
Yeah.
building up credits or whatever. But you can go in and micro purchase.
in Siege, everything is free. The DLC is free. The maps and the new characters, but the maps are free. Like right out the gate, they're unlocked, so no one gets the community isn't fractured. But for the new players, the new characters, you have to spend in-game currency to get them, which you do earn by playing, but it's a ridiculous amount. Like it takes. Like, there's people who have been playing the game since launch that still don't have all of them unlocked.
Have you
Gross.
have you paid real money?
I support that game. I bought the season pass for both seasons.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
great game.
So you're telling me they have season passes for multiple seasons?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
One for each year.
Making all the monies. All right. Well, Nintendo Switch, guys. Justin, when's the last time you touched your Switch?
To be honest with you, I don't even know where it is. No, I'm kidding. It's in my backpack, actually. The battery's dead.
Did you pick up ARMS?
No, did you?
I haven't yet. No.
I'm waiting on you to do it so you can tell me if
Nah,
it's any
Terry picked it up and says it's amazing. But I'm sure
I
he won't
trust
write
Terry?
it. Sure, he won't write us a review. So.
Terry also plays Crash Bandicoot and.
good. That's
Sing
true.
Trilogy.
I think I'm not going to buy it now.
Oh man! All right. Anyways, the Nintendo Switch actually got a new update. There's a ton of stuff that it actually updated, but I just pulled two noticeable ones out. So if you actually lose one of your Joy-Cons, which have you misplaced any Joy-Cons yet?
No, I'm an adult.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you also have kids and a wife, so I didn't know. I said kids as in plural.
One child.
I meant to tell you. Sorry. Anyways, if you lose one Joy-Con that's already paired, you'll actually be able to track it down by the vibration feature. So you can actually go into the actual Switch itself, hit a button, it'll cause the Joy-Con to vibrate, helping you locate it. That's obviously if it has battery.
I think some people are gonna lose a lot of remotes.
Oh God!
Vibration
Wink.
sequence.
Oh my gosh!
Wink. All right.
This show.
Yeah, the Switch Pro controller can now be used while being plugged into the dock. In the USB port. It's like a Chinese finger trap. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. All right. Maxwell. Is this your story?
It's my story.
Oh, I would know by lack of name.
So Maxwell, are you excited to play through the DLC for Breath of the Wild since you beat the game?
Uh-huh.
Are you worried about losing your game save though?
Now I am.
Well, there's good news because the hard mode uses a separate save slot. So now you won't have to overwrite your completed game save. You can have both.
That's good.
Yeah, because before if you want to start a new game, it overwrote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you also excited to see when you get that new sweet DLC? It's going to show on your map everywhere you've walked.
That is cool.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, there's an empty space. I'm gonna go over there now.
Yeah.
And I just like try to color the whole thing in.
I'm also excited for the new dungeon trials thing where you start with nothing. That's going to be really awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. It comes out June 30th, I think.
I think so too.
Maxwell, June 30th, $20 for the season pass. You need to get it.
I need to get it like now.
Yes.
There's no limitations to having it on a Wii U, right?
No, you can play with your Wii U all you want.
Yep.
Oh, good.
All right. So the next story, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is probably going to get a standalone release for Xbox One and PS4 and PC.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. People were irritated last year when they had to buy the lackluster Infinite Warfare just to get their hands on the remastered Modern Warfare. But it looks like Target has leaked the box arts, and there's rumors that hint towards a surprise release next week at $39.99.
So what about all those other people that spent $100 on the game to get Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's still a lot, $40.
I know, right?
And it's late.
Yeah, that's a pretty good game though, Modern Warfare.
That is something you don't want, is to be late. It's the worst.
Or unless you're planning to be late.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have a little discussion.
Yes.
But first, some backstory.
Okay.
I love a good backstory.
Yeah.
Recently on Reddit, a user on the Xbox One subreddit claims that his girlfriend and him broke up. So sad.
Yeah.
While
Rip.
together...
I said rip.
Yep. While together, she had used her own credit card on his account to purchase games for him as a gift. Once they split, she filed a chargeback with her bank, and as a result, he was permanently banned from Xbox. The issue here is that the Microsoft enforcement team is the judge, jury, and executioner, and there is no real appeal system for him to state his case or even contact them. Now, there is no way to verify this guy's story. However, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. But in my opinion, Microsoft shouldn't just ban you without giving you a chance to fix the situation, especially when you're not impacting other gamers. Major Nelson, the Xbox spokesperson, even replied to the guy on Reddit and told him that even he cannot get in touch with the enforcement team. Not even Steam support is this bad. So what do you guys think about this?
Well, I got a few questions. First off, how could she go back that many times and do chargebacks? Like, how is she?
It was just two
games. Is there
games.
not a time frame?
It was 2 games, and they were both recent. One was Injustice 2, and I forget what the other one was.
Okay. Second thing is, did he deserve this?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I want to know about that. That would change this whole story.
Deserve it? How? Like, was he a scumbag to her?
Like, maybe he's a real sack of shit.
Well, maybe, but this issue here is not... Take him out of the
maybe
equation.
Maybe he played the games way too much, and she's like, I should have never bought that shit for you.
Maybe.
You're lazy fucker. I'm leaving you.
Maybe, but the issue...
Maybe this is the best thing that ever happened to him.
All right, you're getting off topic here. The issue here is, though, should there be a group of people at Microsoft that can just permanently ban you, but there's no way for you to appeal or contact them? Like, even if it's unjust.
But what if this guy's a real dick?
What if he is a saint?
What if she was a nice girl?
Listen, take him out of the equation. Say that it happened to you.
Yeah.
Like,
I probably deserved it.
No, say... All right, here's a...
We're not...
I know, I keep going back to the
Here's something for you.
Story.
Let's say your credit card was stolen, okay?
Uh-huh.
And someone else took it, put it on their
No,
own.
I know. I'm
trolling you.
intentionally saying...
Get out of here. Disconnect.
No, but for realsies, like, is the guy a dick? No.
I quit.
I'm leaving.
See ya.
Let's go get food.
Yeah.
Is that all it took?
You're on thin ice, Maxwell. No.
No, I think this is pretty fucking insane because to be stuck in this situation, and I really want to keep going in the wrong direction with the story. I'm sorry. I would be so furious because how much in time have most people? What's the average gamer has invested into playing on a console, and then you get banned? So is that like just your gamer tag is banned? You got to start all freshy.
You can't make any purchases, and I believe you can only play those games offline, the ones that you have purchased. You can't go on the Xbox Live
great
anymore.
For games that are online only.
Yeah, but like you basically that account is dead. Like it's just in its current state. It can't go online. You can't buy any more games.
But you can create a new gamer tag and start all over.
Completely over. You can't play.
Okay.
I don't even know
so
if that Xbox might be banned too. I don't know how that works.
And that $50 that you would have spent on your Xbox Gold or whatever to play online,
that's gone. Yep,
is gone.
They can terminate that at any moment.
That is just this is too much.
This
is bullshit.
I suggested, it was funny because on Reddit I jumped in and I said, why doesn't Microsoft say like, okay, hey, there's a chargeback. You bought these 2 games. We're going to lock your system down for 30 days or until you pay us for the games. And after 30 days, if he doesn't pay or if he ignores them, ban him then. But give him some time to fix the situation. You know what I mean? Stuff happens.
Yeah.
There was a similar story. A guy, his Sony account was hacked, and his card was put on someone else's account, and they racked up like $800 worth of games, but it was tied to his account also, and he was told if he filed a chargeback for that $800, they would not only ban that PS4, but also his.
Now that's messed up.
Yeah, and at least they have a support team you can talk to. They're just still going to tell you no. But
it's just the fact there's nobody you can get in touch with.
Yeah. That's the infuriating thing about Microsoft because, like, that's just how mad would you be if like you knew who you needed to talk to, but no one on the face of the earth knows how to get in touch with them. It seems like.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm kind of in the camp that if there should be somebody, number one, to get a hold of. Yep. Number two, there should be a process that says, okay, there's these chargebacks. If
a permanent ban should never be the first punishment either. That's ridiculous.
That shouldn't be the first line of defense.
Yeah.
They should give you the option to rectify the situation in the sense that, well, if you want to give us a new card number that we can just recharge these games to, you can continue to play these games. Your game saves won't be affected. If he
some kind of option.
If he doesn't give him, if they give him that option and he doesn't rectify the situation, then you go to other means to, whether it's to ban his account or why can't I understand? I guess because Steam, how does it work? You just can't play that game anymore.
Yeah, they just revoke the game from you. That's it. No punishment. Just you bought a game that now has been charged back. Well, we're taking the game back. Suck it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think that's kind of good too, but my only question is like
people who abuse the refund system. Yeah, but I mean, maybe if you do it so many times, but like from what I've gathered online, looking at this story, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
I'd like to know just ultimately how they came to this point, and there has to be some kind of like press release or information about it. It's just so absurd for a company that works this way.
Here's the issue, too.
That this is their solution.
Here's the issue, too, is his girlfriend, I guess, whenever she filed the chargeback, she marked them as fraudulent charges, that she didn't make them. So Xbox flagged him for fraud, which is a serious offense. And like I said, this guy could be lying to us, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter who he is. It matters that a team of people can ban you without any sort of, anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me mad.
But what if he deserved it?
God, man.
You should have gave us those details in the beginning. I would have liked to known that in the beginning of this conversation that was marked as fraud. Maybe he is a scumbag.
Maybe, but we're not talking about that. Yeah. So forget about him.
Yeah. So pretty much this problem is going to continue, I assume, right?
Well, what I read earlier, I believe that Major Nelson and the head of the preview program, they are trying to escalate his case, but they cannot directly reach out and contact the enforcement team. They can only escalate it and hope that someone in the enforcement team gets it. But there's no guarantee. I mean, the fact that Major Nelson responded to him, that's a big deal.
And this was on Reddit?
Yeah.
Now, is this Major Craig T. Nelson from Coach?
No, it's Larry Herb of Xbox Live.
Oh, that's
He's-
disappointing.
He's been around forever.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so.
But I don't know.
Well, our thoughts go out to you, man.
Thoughts and prayers,
unless
dude.
you're a douchebag,
Yeah, unless you're a douche.
then you deserved it. Right,
Well,
Maxwell?
keep us updated, Justin.
I will.
We're following
I've
that
got
on
it pulled
Reddit.
up. I refresh it every now and then to see what's going on. I'll have an update next week.
Yeah. All right. Well, interesting story. Good conversation. We'd also like to hear from our listeners what you think about this situation. Do you think differently? Do you think the guy deserved it? Are you cool with there being an enforcement team that could just give people the finger at any point in time? We want to hear. So, all right, guys. Well, it's time for the favorite part of the episode for me. It's not really my favorite, but
What is your favorite?
the much more part. I don't know if this falls in there or not. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, it's time for
Pick of the week. Ba-da-da. Much more.
Fucking nailed it.
That's intense. That's 2 tenths, like 2 TPs. You know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, anyways, Justin, why don't you tell us what yours is? Big surprise. It's Siege.
No, it's not.
Just kidding.
My pick this week is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. After the Xbox announcement, I just really got a real hankering to, I think that's a word, to
Real
play it.
hankering for some stankering.
Yeah, so my buddy Dakota and Ricky, we've been playing through it.
Shout out.
Mainly dying. I actually, the best I've ever done before was like 17th, and that was with a team. I did play solo the other night, and all I did was hide. Right?
Yeah.
I made it to number 7.
Oh, yeah?
7th best. And the only reason I die is because the map shrinks as it goes on. I had to get in that circle, and as soon as I got into it, pop, there went my head. Like, sniper was just waiting for me. But 7th place. Didn't even fire a bullet.
Is that game stressful?
That's crazy, because right when I get in the circle, pop, there goes my head, too.
Oh my god. What? Travis?
I'm surprised Travis didn't make that one. He's usually the first.
What was your question?
I was asking if that game is super stressful.
It is. Very tense. There was one time it was pretty cool that I was hiding. I was lying prone. There was a window, and I knew this guy was in this building. When he came down, I popped up and shot him in the face.
Yeah, it's so,
With a shotgun.
Yeah,
No, really,
sometimes-
that's like one of my 3 kills.
I'm sure
total.
you popped up and shot him in the face.
sometimes when I get close, I like to pop up and shoot him in the face.
All right, Maxwell, what's yours?
Take Battlefield.
Take me back to 2013.
Hey, it's a good year. Way better than 2016. That's
Yes.
for damn sure.
That is true.
Battlefield 4. Rekindling the love.
Yep.
So tell me your favorite thing about that game. Just you like modern?
I don't know. I think the overall gameplay, there's more to it, I guess, and it probably is because it's modern and you get UAVs and everything. It just makes the investment in the game that much better to me. Like Battlefield 1, obviously World War 1, there's not as many things, there's no drones and such. So it really feels like that game should have come first, and then Battlefield 4 was like, oh yeah, we've made better games, we're adding more and more. It's just more enjoyable.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear if you want World War II and drones, the new Call of Duty will offer that.
Yeah. I
Probably.
ever since Battlefield 1 came out, I kind of wanted to go back and play 4, but I was afraid I would like it more. So I actually haven't. But I do really enjoy 1 still. It's just so chaotic.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, my pick of the week is Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Because it's a good show. It's ridiculous in every way. Some of the things that he says on that show, I just don't even know how that's a thing. But no, it's a good show. I think there's only 4 seasons though, right?
Yeah.
Did it just get canceled? Or
No, he wanted it ended after 3, and HBO was like, do 1 more, and he was like, okay.
Okay. I'm just looking forward. There was an episode that I seen a clip for where he has like a jam box at a funeral.
Oh, it might be. Now I can't say
Is it
anything.
season 3 or 4?
That might be. That might be
Uh-oh,
3.
Maxwell, the Popo coming to get you?
It got me.
Oh, no.
For all those crude jokes.
Yeah, for all
Popping
the
on people's faces.
Yep. Yep. All right, guys. Well, those are our pick of the weeks. PlayerUnknown's Battleground, Battlefield 4, and Eastbound and Down.
Yep.
So, guys,
You guys took it way back.
yeah, way back. Because I'm sure that show was pretty old too, right?
It's not that old, but it's older than Battlefield 4.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
it's a classic.
Well,
but-
guys, it's come to that sad time where we have to let everyone go. Guys, we want to thank you for listening. We look forward to hearing from you. And how can people hear? How can we hear from them? Does anybody want to tell us?
I'll let you
Well,
do it. Oh, nice.
They could do a handwritten letter.
That was not where I thought that was
Only
going.
delivered by pigeon, though.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's true, which is tough in Florida. I think it's just a little hot for pigeons.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. They could also, I think, send something through the internet. It's kind of like writing on and sending it pigeon, but it's much quicker. I think it's email.
Quicker than a pigeon?
Yeah, podcast at
Get
nerdsofmics.com is the email address. Also, this thing called Twitter, right? Twitch, which we haven't been on in a hot minute. Need to fix that. Instagram.
But we're going to start doing it more. We
Yeah.
say every week.
Every time. YouTube, which we've been doing that about every week.
Yeah.
And you can also shop on our store. This is retro. You won't find this on there. It's so retro that it doesn't exist anymore.
What's on Justin's shirt?
Dave Matthews Band.
DMB. It's missing the U, though.
Damn.
Because they're dumb.
You dead to me.
Oh, man. That was pretty good. Talking smack about Dave Matthews.
I didn't know he was a 16-year-old girl in the 90s. So I don't...
You've seen Dave Matthews Band. Let's fight him together right now on there.
I've seen him once.
Yeah.
You've seen him how many times?
I think 11 or 12.
Yeah, hike up your skirt a little more and show your world to me,
That's
Justin.
right.
Anyway,
You know, that's your mom's favorite song when I come over. I'm going to try to see him at Farm Aid, too.
anyways, guys, we're gonna.
Did
close.
you mention Facebook?
I don't know. Go
I don't
ahead.
think you did, but you can get there. You
Sometimes
can go there
if you
and
just
see
want
us there.
to pop up and go to Facebook, sometimes you just want to hit them right with Facebook. Am I right?
Oh.
To reach.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I tried. It's a reach around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Full
Anyways.
circle.
Full
Jerk.
circle jerk.
Comma jerk.
Oh, my God.
God, we need
All
to
right.
end this. And it's over.